Okay, in this video we will solve the following problem. The problem says, using a while loop, write a Python program that does the following. Ask the user to enter as many scores as she or he wants. Okay, so once you see something like that, you will right away think about it. Okay, it's going to be an interactive while loop. Okay, and then you need to calculate and print out the average of the given scores. It's very similar to the questions that we saw before, but this one is going to make it like a dynamic way. Okay, so since I need to calculate the average, I need to keep track of the sum of all the numbers that I have. These are going to be very helpful to calculate the average, and also I'm going to keep the track of the count, because I didn't know how many numbers or how many scores the user is going to input. Okay, and here this is what's going to happen in the interactive. Okay, this is what's going to help me, this line. I'm going to ask score. This is what's going to help me to execute the while loop, and also it's going to help me to get out of the while loop. Okay, I'm going to explain that in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to ask the user first to enter a float number, okay, as a score. Okay, and then I'm gonna say over here, enter a score, okay, between parentheses, or a negative number to quit. Okay. So this is what's going to help me to execute the loop or enter to the loop. Okay, so if the user input from the beginning a negative number, I'm not going to calculate anything. Okay, but if the user input any number that is positive, what's going to happen? I'm going to get right now to my while loop. I'm going to say while the score that is entered by the user is greater than or equal to 0, colon, do the following. Update the sum, make the sum equal to sum plus score that is entered by the user. Okay, and now I'm going to increase the count. So count is going to be +1. Excuse me. All right. So I have this information. I have the sum, I have the count. But now I need to make sure that I can update the value of the score before the end of the body. So in this case, I can get out of this while loop. So how I'm going to do that? Very simple. I'm going to get this line, copy it, and paste it. I'm going to show that to the user again. I'm going to tell the user, enter a score or a negative to quit. If the user entered a negative number, and this is, by the way, this is the end of the body of the loop. Okay, if the user input a negative number, guess what? I'm going to come to the while loop. I'm going to see the expression is going to be false. I'm going to exit and go to the rest of the program. Okay, if the user inputs a number that is not negative, greater than or equal to 0, I'm going to come over here. It's going to be true. So I'm going to consider this score. I'm going to add it to my sum. I'm going to increase the number of counts by 1. Okay, so once the user once I'm done with the loop, I'm going to print out, okay, sum divided by count. Okay, and then I'm going to say is the average of the entered scores. And that's it. All right, let me run the program here. Look at the program first. It's going to ask me to enter a score. Let's say I'm going to enter 15, and then I'm going to say another score is 20, and then I'm done with these two scores. I'm going to say -1. Printed out the average of these two scores that I entered. Okay, let me run it again. Let me enter just one score. Let's see how that's going to work. I'm going to say the score is 10, and I'm done with that. I'm going to enter -5. Any negative number is going to get me out of the loop and give me the average is 10. So this is the interactive while loop to calculate the average of numbers or of scores. Okay, the key over here, this is the value that I get from the user. It's going to be part of my expression for my while loop, and also it's going to be repeated at the end of my while loop. This line is the one is highlighted. This one is going to help me to get to a situation where this expression is going to be false, so I can exit the while loop and continue the rest of the program. And that's it about the interactive while loop.